Hey, you guys, it's Mo with some Newsy Nuggets for members, and then the rest of you guys can see it. Again, getting back to doing member stuff because musings escaped me this morning. I apparently had a pretty good night's sleep and didn't muse about anything. So, our first story, we've got two bad cops, one good cop as, happens. But what in the Schnell is going on here? A police officer tried to bring 60 MDMA pills wrapped in Skittles packages onto a cruise ship hosting a 4-day dance party. Well, he was ready to rave. Maybe he had glow sticks in his other pocket. Could you imagine? He was just like, "Choo, choo, 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 choo." I don't know. I've never been to a rave. I was too busy, well, gathering toddlers, and it's a whole lot people-y in a rave. Now, if they had a rave for introverts, I'm not exactly sure what that would be, but a lot of people hiding in corners reading, maybe. A Florida police officer. Are we shocked? Really? Are we shocked at all? Not a chance, I don't think. A Florida officer landed himself behind bars after he was busted with 50 pills of the party drug commonly known as Molly or ecstasy as he was trying to board a ship set to host a dance party. Now, authorities had already been honing in on 36-year-old Francisco Melo, a 6-year veteran of the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, after they received a tip that he was selling pills, according to a probable cause arrest affidavit obtained by Law and Crime. Now, on December 20th, cops sent a confidential informant to buy 12 pills of MDMA, also known as different forms of Molly or X, for $240. Now, the informant told investigators that Melo was set to board the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas cruise ship on January 22nd at Port Miami while smuggling the pills inside Skittles packages. Now, the ship was set to have a 4-day dance music festival. Detectives obtained arrest warrants and intercepted Mello as he was exiting his car in the port parking lot. A police dog named Roxy sniffed his luggage and alerted her human handlers of possible drugs. Now, cops allegedly found 6 Skittles bags, 5 of which had been stuffed with the illicit substances. There were about 50 pills in all, per the affidavit. Now, it would appear they were from the same batch of MDMA pills that the informant had bought in December. He was also arrested on a charge of trafficking in MDMA and taken to Miami-Dade jail, where he then bonded out and refused to answer any questions, also running away from reporters waiting for him. The sheriff's office has now relieved him of duty. Quote, narcotics don't just harm those who use them, they devastate families and fuel crime, Miami Dade Sheriff Rosie Cordero Stutz said in a statement. No one is above the law, and this office will not tolerate any criminal behavior from anyone, especially those entrusted to enforce it. The actions of this individual are a betrayal of public trust and of all deputies who work tirelessly to protect our community. Dude, you are dumb. You are a dumb dumb. And I mean, I have never been into the not street legal pharmaceuticals, but is it worth it to lose your job and your livelihood and possibly be a felon? I don't know. I can't make that choice for you, sir, but this seems like a pretty bad mistake. And well, that's a mugshot. Were they holding the camera like this? What the heck? Or does he have one leg that's longer than the other? Is he just slightly off kilter naturally? Quote, nothing is ever going to stop me. A former state trooper dumped by his girlfriend after 1 month unalives her new boyfriend following a barrage of text messages begging her to come back, according to police. Look, there are plenty of fish in the sea. If she doesn't want you no more, if she has picked another stallion out of the herd and she has already saddled that MFer, find another person or work on yourself. Try to figure out what is missing in you. What void are you trying to fill by having constant relationships? Look, I have been there. I had to work on myself a lot. Like I said, had my own head up my behind to a full extent. Now, I do believe that that is kind of everyone in their 20s, but I own my, just cranial rectitis thinking, and maybe everyone else should too. Now, a former Pennsylvania state trooper with a history of stalking was arrested and charged in the shooting death of a man who was dating his ex girlfriend. William Hunter Snyder, 27, was taken into custody on January 22nd, a day after John Rabbits Jr., 44, called 911 to report that he had been shot. Now, when police arrived at his Sugarloaf Township, Pennsylvania home, Rabbits was lying on the floor, bleeding from a gunshot wound, with his cell phone next to him. Dispatchers asked who would want to hurt him, and he replied, Hunter Snyder. Rabbits was taken to a nearby hospital, where unfortunately he was pronounced dead. Now, according to an arrest affidavit obtained by WVIA, a local NPR affiliate, Rabbits told 911 dispatchers during his 5:43 p.m. call that a male knocked on my door, shot me, and ran away. While he waited for help to arrive, Rabbits reportedly said that he didn't know the identity of the man who shot him when he opened the front door. He did, however, know that Snyder wanted to, quote, hurt him over a girl. Now, Snyder had dated Rabbit's current girlfriend for about a month in October 2024. The affidavit stated she broke up with him and he continued to pursue her, sending her numerous chats and Snapchat messages begging her to come back to him. The affidavit included a text of the messages sent from Snyder, including, quote, nothing is going to stop me from pursuing you. How am I supposed to stay wonderful when every day without you drags me deeper into darkness? Women, men, this is a red flag. You can't fix anyone. If they have something missing in them, you can't become the foundation on which they build their entire life. It has to be their foundation. And I know this from experience. You can love someone and you can hope they change for the better, but you loving them won't make them change themselves. And this this puts a lot of the onus on the person to save this person. How am I going to be, I'm having a terrible time. Won't you please help me? Can't you see my pain? Negate your personal feelings because I'm hurting. These are very dangerous things. And when you get in a relationship with someone like this, you will have to suppress your own feelings in order to walk around on eggshells with their feelings. This is a red flag. Please listen to it. Male or female, Zimzer, furries alike. There you go. Now, in one exchange, Snyder reportedly wrote, I know you miss me. I know you still love me. You miss me. Your connection is stronger than anything I've ever felt. I know you feel the same way. Selfishly and unselfishly, I am the best thing for you. The hell? No, just no. We never had a single issue. You're my one person. I'm crazy, I know, but you're my soulmate, and honestly, we belong together. The woman responded, Hunter, I can't. Snyder responded back, why can't you? You can do anything. You know it in your heart. Name redacted. You know I'm your person. I'm your human. We were meant for so much more. I know it, and you know it. You said you've been questioning why you ran away. Because you are red flag central, sir. You are what we like to call hot, bright, flamin' red hot, you know, red flag. Because y'all were dating for a month, uno montho, and you're like, "I'm your person, I would like to live inside your soul." Yeah, Mo would have her, well, comfortable orthopedic, now fast shuffling, well, what I like to call a jog now, shoes on. That would be a no for me. Now, the Citizen's Voice reported another exchange in which the woman wrote, Hunter, you need to stop this. I told you we can only be friends. And Snyder responded, why though? If you still love me and miss me, why? And she replied, because I said so, Hunter. Now, Snyder's pursuit of the woman continued up until January 17th when he was caught on surveillance cameras at her home, installed because of Snyder's persistence, dropping off packages, uh, and things like that. He was dropping off a package when they caught him on the surveillance camera. Now, the Standard speaker reported that the package was a coffee press. It wasn't the first time that Snyder had dropped off an unwanted gift at a or ex-girlfriend's house. In 2023, Snyder reportedly lost his job as a Pennsylvania state trooper after he left a package at another unnamed woman's house that contained a typed letter and 4 books about relationships. The fuck he did not send her like the love language book when he is all the stalker. He's like, "Look, you won't accept my love, so here's some self-help books." Now, those would have ended up as kindling in my fire, because your self-help might not be my self-help, and I'm not gonna read a book like that. Look, I read only fiction unless it's historical, and I have no desire to read about my love languages, just don't. Now, according to the Standard Speaker, Snyder had allegedly harassed her following a breakup as well, sending her messages via text, phone calls, and fake social media accounts more than 100 times after she asked him to stop contacting her. Now, Snyder was charged with stalking and harassment in June 2023 and dismissed from his job. He served 360 days on probation and paid $1,144 in fines and costs. After learning of Snyder's previous charge, police tracked Snyder's vehicle and cell phone, which were both pinpointed to the home of Rabbits. Now, Snyder had also traveled to a coworker's house where he reportedly showed up around 6:30 p.m. on the day of the shooting. The coworker told police he seemed nervous and that he took off his shoes upon arrival because they were wet. Now, police noted a track of footprints in the snow outside of Rabbit's home at the scene of the shooting. Snyder was arrested on January 22nd and charged with criminal homicide. He was arraigned on January 23rd and ordered to be held without bail at the Lucerne County Jail. The preliminary hearing is scheduled for March 7th. So, yeah, let people go if they don't want to be with you. You are not God's gift. You are not the savior of another person. And if someone is acting like you are the only reason they're around, you cannot be someone's North Star. You cannot be the reason someone does anything. They have to want to do it for themselves. This is a sort of forced dependence on someone, and it's a really dangerous cycle to get into. But let's get into a good officer because we need a good officer. Wildlife officers and cuties. Hello, officers. You're welcome, ladies. Wildlife officers rescue 30 cold stunned sea turtles in Florida. This is the kind of Florida man we like. Turning all Judge Bev over here. A pair of wildlife officers in Florida rescued 30 cold stunned sea turtles amid unusually low temperatures in the region. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said on social media that officers went out into the freezing water of Gulf County and managed to round up 30 cold, stunned sea turtles whose lives were endangered by the cold weather. When the water dips to 50 degrees or below, sea turtles can become weak and unable to swim, floating listlessly in the water or near shore. FWC officials wrote, keep in mind that cold stunned turtles can appear to be dead but are often still alive. Parts of Florida have experienced 6 to 8 inches of snow amid the historic weather event. Our officers, staff, and partners are still working diligently to search and rescue for cold stunned sea turtles across our northwest coastlines. So, good job and handsome. I hope you enjoyed these Newsy Nuggets. Thank you guys for being members. And in 24 hours, this will be going out to non members. As it gets out to the non members, please remember to like and subscribe and share this out with your friends and family. Let's grow the church of Mo. Come on. We need to get those recorders off the street and safe for listening, once again by eliminating them. I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to get a pro recorder person and we're going to have a debate. I don't know where we'll find one, but they have to exist somewhere. Bye, you guys. Have a splendid day, and I will see you this evening for Nightly Newsy News, where news gets a little bit spicy and maybe Mo does too. But join me at 6 p.m. tonight. Bye, you guys.